Hey, good morning, everybody. It's Leslie. So I wanted to hop on because a couple of days ago, we were having a conversation in the Facebook group about a homework board that I have kind of created for some of my for the students or the parents that I work with. I do not work with younger students, but I do work with parents who have come to me to get help and assistance. So I thought it would be a great idea to hop on and actually show it to you, quote unquote, live, because I know I tried to describe it and this is just too difficult to describe. Okay, so before we get started, let me explain what this is for. I have kids that are in elementary school, middle school, who get very overwhelmed by the packets and the volume of work that comes home or through online learning. A lot of them get their packets on Sunday nights and for the entire week and have to kind of work through all of that work, or even they get, their work every night and have to figure out how to break it down and what to do. And if you are a parent, either not home, let's say you're working and you're not home, or you're home working, that stop and start is not good for anyone. So here's something that I came up with. It's not going to work for everybody. I know that, but possibly this just might be an idea that will work for you and yours. This definitely works for the student that gets overwhelmed. This definitely works for the student that color codes. This definitely works for the student that likes everything visual and everything in front of them so that they can make choices. So let's start here. Okay. Super easy. What I do is I just color code the subjects. Sorry, the light in my office is not great today. So you can say, I don't need to explain this. You guys are super smart people. Each subject. So this actually was a demo for a 6th grader who takes what I call the 4 core and a language. Now, here's a tip within a tip. This parent had told me that it's her son, super color-coded kid, and had already color-coded his binders and folders and such like that. So we tried to keep the Post-its to match the supplies. So this way, less pressure on the brain. Everything matches. Okay, let's move over here. This is where the magic happens. Now, here's what I want to tell you. I am not crafty. I am not artistic. I am awful at all that. You can go to town. You can make this as pretty as you want. You can make this as color-coded as you want. You can even type this up in a pretty fun font, cut it out, super glue it to the board. Your child can go to town on it. Mine is stripped down because it's more show and tell. It's not a user one. Hope that means something. So this is the magic. As you can see, these sticky notes are placeholders, so let's pretend they have different assignments. So it would be, do page 52 in your textbook, do problems 1 through 10. Let's say that was for math, Spanish vocab sheet, anything like that. Your child picks it, puts it down, does the work, and he has 2 places he can move it to. So this is my in progress section. So why do I have an in progress section? If you've ever heard me speak, I am not a fan of doing all of your math and then all of your social studies. I'm a huge fan of switching subjects because it keeps your child engaged, it keeps their brain active, it keeps them focused, and it keeps them motivated. So if the homework assignment is to do 10 math problems and your child only wants to do 5 at the moment and then go back to, let's say, something in social studies, he can park it right there. Some people call it the parking lot. Some people call it in progress. Some people say still working on it, whatever you want to call it. Mine's just called in progress. And here's the other reason why I do that. You can't just go from to-do list and done. You cannot. It is very motivating. Again, not for all kids. Remember, I don't want to hear, I'm going to be very kind of like, I don't mean to be grouchy. I don't want to hear this won't work for my child. It's not for every kid. This is for those specific parents that asked me to show them this. But again, you can adapt this any way you want. Why you can't go from a to-do list to done is you need that middle gap. The other thing is, it is highly motivating for your child to see sticky notes progress through the board. If they're over here and they're tired or they have to go do something, it can be overwhelming. We want to move them. We want to have constant action through it so that they can see small successes, which is why the second reason why I like the in progress. One is because the brain does better when it changes subjects. That is research proven. And two, mini goals, people, mini goals. Okay, here's your done section. Let's say you want to sit down every night with your student and just double check that they've done everything. Now they've moved into the done, and you can check the done, or you can make sure it was turned in. Anything, obviously, you need to do. Okay, you need a help section. You do. Why? Because this is what I've been hearing from you, particularly my working parents. If you are trying to deep flow, and you're on a conference call, you're on a Zoom call, you're trying to write your article or your news, whatever it is you do, and you are getting interrupted every 10 minutes from your child, it doesn't help anybody. What we're trying to teach children is patience. Can you hold on for a minute? Can you wait for when I am ready for you? But you need a place to park it. So this is our help board, right? Right here is, and they don't necessarily have to use these stickies. They can take the sticky, if they're old enough and understand it enough, they can even write the question on the sticky, and it goes right into the help. And my last section down here is projects. So not everything, as we know, is a one and done. Not everything is, particularly as your child gets older into the middle school. We know that they can't, they might have a study guide. They might have made a Quizlet. They might have some flashcards. They might be working on a mini little paper. That goes in the projects, and you can super glue it or tape it. And again, all of this probably you have at home. The board is from Staples. I think it was $4.99, maybe $9.99, and everything else you have probably in your office. This you can find for 99 cents, these very thin paper folders. Okay, so wanted to come on. I'm going to do it, just going to kind of do this slowly. So here again, quickly. And again, if you have more subjects, you can do this. Listen, never done this for a high school kid, but who knows? They might even like it. Here's their to-dos, okay? So either weekly or nightly, or for some of you, it's going to be daily. There's your cute little in progress. I love this. This you need. If you do nothing else, do this. Done. Again, I would make it cuter, but I'm so not cute. I'm sorry, I'm so not. But again, make it happy, because done is amazing. You could even do little confetti, if you're balloons, whatever. Help is really important, and you can even put a reminder here for your child. If they're young, you can interrupt me at 11 o'clock. Let's say you are working at home, and you have a 9:30 check-in with your group. It's funny, my husband has that every morning at 9:30. He meets with his team. So if from 9:30 to 10:30 you cannot be disturbed, you could put a little sticky here, mom or dad or caregiver will be available at 11, right there in the help section, right? It's kind of remember, your child can't always at school get the help he needs right away. We're trying to mimic what school is doing for them. I'm so happy there are people on. Look at this. And then my project folder, you have to have one of those as well. It might be empty, it might be filled, and that's it. Okay, guys, one other thing. It's all on the website, all the things that I really want you to have in your house for back to school. An analog clock is essential. Your child absolutely needs to have analogs in almost every room they are going to be in. And before you ask me why they can't use a digital, it's because digital only shows one time, the present. Your child needs to see how much time he has left so he can pause, picture the end, and pace himself. I want you to remember, pause, picture, and pace. Okay, so analogs. Everybody needs an analog. Okay, not going to stay on long. I just wanted to talk about the board. A lot of you asked for me to do this, and you know me, always happy to help in any way I can. All right, guys, I will see you tomorrow. Have a great, great day.